basketball is loved worldwide, bringing joy and excitement to millions. Yet, many NBA players face tragedy, losing their lives too soon. Their dreams were cut short, leaving fans heartbroken. This story honors the most heartbreaking NBA deaths, remembering their journeys, struggles, and lasting impact on the game. Zeke Upshaw. Zeke Upshaw, a young NBA G League player, tragically passed away at just 26. On March 24, 2018, while playing for the Grand Rapids Drive, he collapsed on the court. Although medical staff responded, CPR was delayed. He was rushed to the hospital and his heart was briefly restarted, but he died 2 days later. Zeke's death was caused by sudden cardiac arrest due to hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, a heart condition affecting young athletes. He had played at Illinois State and Hofstra and competed internationally before joining the G League. His family and the NBA honored him, and his mother created a foundation for better emergency care. Rest in peace, Zeke Upshaw. Hank Gathers. Hank Gathers was one of college basketball's brightest stars, playing for Loyola Marymount in the late 1980s. On March 4th, 1990, during a game against Portland, he suddenly collapsed after an alley-oop dunk. Despite medical attention, Hank passed away at just 23 years old. The cause was hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, the same heart condition that has taken many young athletes. Gathers had led the nation in both points and rebounds in 1989, showing his incredible talent. His death shocked the basketball world, and his legacy lives on as a reminder of the importance of heart health in sports. Rest in peace, Hank Gathers. Reggie Lewis. Reggie Lewis collapsed at 27 during a basketball game. He had been diagnosed with heart issues, including viral myocarditis and hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Emergency crews arrived quickly, but they could not save him. Reggie was the captain of the Boston Celtics and averaged 20.8 points per game. His number 35 jersey was retired, and the Reggie Lewis Center in Boston honors his memory. His death encouraged better heart screening for athletes. Rest in peace, Reggie Lewis. Maurice Stokes. Maurice Stokes' story is one of both talent and tragedy. A star forward for the Cincinnati Royals, Stokes collapsed during a game in 1958 after suffering a head injury. His injury left him paralyzed and dependent on a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Despite his condition, Stokes inspired teammates and fans through his determination. His close friend and teammate, Jack Twyman, became his legal guardian and lifelong supporter. Stokes died on April 6, 1970, at 36 years old. His story led to better medical awareness for head injuries in sports. Maurice Stokes is remembered as a symbol of resilience and the strength of friendship. Rest in peace, Maurice Stokes. Malik Sealy. Malik Sealy, a talented NBA player, tragically passed away on May 20th, 2000, at just 30 years old. He was driving home from a teammate's birthday party in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, when a drunk driver collided with him head-on. Malik did not survive. He played 8 NBA seasons, mainly with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and was also an actor, designer, and active community member. His death deeply affected teammates, especially Kevin Garnett. The Timberwolves retired his jersey in his honor. Malik left behind a wife and son, remembered for his talent and kind heart. Rest in peace, Malik Sealy. Dražen Petrović. Dražen Petrović died on June 7, 1993, in a car crash on Germany's Autobahn. He was 28 years old and riding as a passenger. The car collided with a semi-truck during bad weather, killing Dražen instantly. Dražen had just scored 30 points for Croatia in a European Championship qualifier. He played for the New Jersey Nets and was a pioneer for European players in the NBA. His jersey was retired and memorials were built in Croatia. Dražen's legacy inspired future generations of international players. Rest in peace, Dražen Petrović. Bobby Phills. Bobby Phills died tragically in a car accident on February 7, 2000, at age 30. He was returning home from a game when his car collided with a truck in Cleveland, Ohio. Bobby played as a guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Known for his defensive skills and teamwork, He earned the respect of both fans and fellow players. His sudden death deeply affected the Cavaliers organization, who retired his jersey number in tribute. Bobby Phil's story reminds everyone of the fragility of life and the importance of road safety. Rest in peace, Bobby Phils. Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin, a talented and athletic center, died on August 17, 2007, at the age of 25. His death was due to a car crash caused by reckless driving. Eddie had played for the Houston Rockets and Minnesota Timberwolves. He was known for his strong rebounding, shot-blocking ability, and exciting dunks. Despite struggles with personal issues and injuries, Eddie's talent was undeniable. Griffin's death was a tragic loss for the basketball community. Fans remembered his athleticism, personality, and potential to achieve greatness on the court. Rest in peace, Eddie Griffin. Nick Vanos. Nick Vanos, a 25-year-old player for the Phoenix Suns, died in a plane crash on August 16, 1987. Vanos was traveling with his fiancée in a private plane that crashed shortly after takeoff. His death stunned the NBA and his teammates. Vanos had been a center for the Suns, known for his defense, hustle, and dedication to the team. His story remains a sobering reminder of the fragility of life. Rest in peace, Nick Vanos. Terrence Clark. Terrence Clark, a rising star, died on April 22, 2021, in a car crash at the age of 19. He had just declared for the NBA draft. Terrence was driving at high speed when he ran a red light and crashed. Terrence had shined at Brewster Academy and played for Kentucky, earning McDonald's All-American honors. His potential was widely recognized, and the NBA honored him during the draft. His death left the basketball world shocked. Terrence will be remembered for his energy, talent, and the promise of a bright future. Rest in peace, Terrence Clark. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's death shocked the world. On January 26, 2020, Kobe, his daughter Gianna, and 7 others were traveling to a basketball game in a helicopter. The helicopter crashed in Calabasas, California. Everyone on board died instantly. The pilot lost orientation in thick fog, and investigators ruled it a case of pilot error. Kobe was 41 years old. Even after retiring, he was active in sports, philanthropy, and mentoring young athletes. Kobe's death left fans around the world heartbroken. The Lakers and NBA honored him in many ways, including renaming the All-Star Game MVP award after him. His legacy continues through foundations, tributes, and global remembrance. Rest in peace, Kobe and Gianna Bryant. Jason Collier. Jason Collier, a 28-year-old center, died of a heart condition on October 15, 2005. Collier had played for the Atlanta Hawks and was known for his height, strength, and shot-blocking ability. In college, he starred at Georgia Tech and was a reliable teammate. His death led to increased awareness of undetected heart conditions in professional athletes. Rest in peace, Jason Collier. Pete Maravich. Pete Maravich, famously known as Pistol Pete, was one of the most electrifying players in basketball history. On January 5, 1988, during a casual pickup game in a Pasadena church gym, the 40-year-old collapsed suddenly and could not be revived. Doctors later revealed a hidden heart defect as the cause of death. Maravich was a 5-time NBA All-Star and Hall of Famer, celebrated for his unmatched scoring, flashy ball handling, and creativity on the court. His untimely death shocked the sports world, but his extraordinary legacy continues to inspire players and fans. Manute Bol. Manute Bol, one of the tallest players in NBA history at 7 feet 7 inches, was more than just a basketball figure. He was also a humanitarian. Known for his shot blocking with the Washington Bullets and Golden State Warriors, Bol dedicated much of his life to helping his home country, Sudan. Sadly, he passed away in 2010 at the age of 47 due to kidney disease. His unique presence in the NBA and his charitable work made him unforgettable. Manute Bol is remembered as both a giant on the court and a hero off it. Robert Traylor, also known as Tractor Traylor, passed away on May 11, 2011, at 34 years old due to heart issues. Traylor was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks and played for several NBA teams. Known for his strength and rebounding, he was a dominant presence on the court. Unfortunately, off-court struggles affected his life and health. Traylor is remembered for his contributions to the game and his gentle personality off the court. Rest in peace, Robert Traylor. Conrad McRae. Conrad McRae passed away at the age of 41 due to unknown health issues. McRae had a brief NBA career, but left a lasting impression on those who knew him. His death reminds fans that not all players gain fame, but every player has a story and struggles worth remembering. Rest in peace, Conrad McRae. Brandon Hunter. Brandon Hunter, a promising forward, died at 45 from undisclosed health issues. Hunter had played in the NBA and internationally. He was admired for his dedication to the game and the mentorship he offered younger players. His passing highlighted that health challenges can affect athletes at any stage of life. Rest in peace, Brandon Hunter. Howard Porter. Howard Porter was a talented forward who played in the NBA during the 1970s. He passed away on June 5, 2007, at the age of 62 due to heart-related issues. Porter played for teams including the Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks. He was known for his athletic ability and versatility on the court. In college, he starred at Villanova University, where he earned All-American honors. Despite injuries that slowed his career, he remained a respected figure in basketball circles. Porter's death reminded fans of the importance of health even after retirement. He had contributed greatly to his teams and inspired young athletes to work hard and persevere. Rest in peace, Howard Porter. Alphonso Ford. Alphonso Ford was a gifted scorer who tragically died young from leukemia at 32 years old. On September 4, 2004, Ford played for the Sacramento Kings and Detroit Pistons in the NBA. But his greatest success came in European basketball, where he became one of the best scorers in the EuroLeague. Known for his quickness, shooting, and offensive skills, Ford inspired teammates and fans alike. Despite his illness, Alphonso continued to play professionally, showing remarkable courage and dedication. His jersey number was retired in Europe, and he is remembered as one of the greatest scorers of his generation. Rest in peace, Alphonso Ford. Fab Melo, a talented Brazilian basketball player, tragically died at 26 on February 11, 2017. He was found unresponsive at his mother's home in Brazil, with reports suggesting a cardiac event. Fab moved to the United States to pursue basketball, playing at Sagemont School in Florida and later at Syracuse University, where he became known for his strong defense. In his sophomore year, he averaged 8 points, 6 rebounds, and nearly 3 blocks per game, earning Big East Defensive Player of the Year. Drafted by the Boston Celtics in 2012, he also played in the G League in Brazil. Rest in peace, Fab Melo. Caleb Swanigan, a talented basketball player, died on June 20th, 2022, at the age of 25. From a young age, he faced personal challenges, including weight struggles and mental health issues. Despite this, Caleb achieved great success at Purdue University, losing over 100 pounds, setting records, and earning Big Ten Player of the Year. Drafted into the NBA, he had a brief career, but made a lasting impact on teammates and fans. Caleb also supported at-risk youth and gave back to his community. His story reminds us of athletes' struggles beyond the court. Rest in peace, Caleb Swanigan. Len Bias. Len Bias was a rising star in college basketball, drafted second overall by the Boston Celtics in 1986. 2 days after being drafted, he collapsed and died from a cocaine overdose. He was only 22 years old. Len had been a 2-time ACC Player of the Year and a first-team All-American. His death shocked the sports world and led to new U.S. laws for drug penalties called the Len Bias Law. Len's story is one of talent, promise, and tragedy. He is remembered as a player who could have changed the Celtics' future and the NBA. Rest in peace, Len Bias. Reggie Harding. Reggie Harding, a young and promising player, passed away in 1972 at just 24 years old. He had struggled with personal challenges and injuries throughout his career. Harding was drafted directly out of high school by the Detroit Pistons, making him one of the first players to enter the NBA straight from high school. His talent was clear, but off-court struggles and a tragic accident led to his early death. Rest in peace, Reggie Harding. Lorenzen Wright. Lorenzen Wright was a talented NBA big man who played 13 seasons, most notably with the Memphis Grizzlies. Known for his rebounding and hustle, he became a respected teammate and a fan favorite. In July 2010, tragedy struck when Lorenzen went missing, and days later, he was found murdered. He was only 34 years old. His death shocked the basketball world and led to a long investigation that finally brought justice years later. Lorenzen is remembered as a hard-working player, a loving father, and a true competitor. Rest in peace, Lorenzen Wright. Bryce DeJean Jones. Bryce DeJean Jones, a promising guard for the New Orleans Pelicans, was only 23 when he tragically died. He had gone to Dallas, Texas to celebrate his daughter's first birthday. That night, he accidentally entered the wrong apartment, thinking he was locked out. Startled, the resident fired, hitting Bryce in the abdomen. He was rushed to the hospital, but did not survive. Bryce played college basketball at 3 schools, including Iowa State. Undrafted, he worked hard to join the NBA and signed with the Pelicans in 2016. He played 14 games before a wrist injury ended his season. Rest in peace, Bryce. These players may have left the court too soon, but their memories live on. Their struggles, achievements, and passion for basketball continue to inspire fans and players everywhere. Rest in peace to these unforgettable athletes.